can guarantee that the United
As President Trump's March 4th tariff deadline looms, Premier Scott Moe is outlining his strategies to better protect his province from American trade disputes. More than half of the province's exports go to our neighbor to the south, so Moe is taking the opportunity to call for major changes to our internal trading barriers.
So one is the further diversification of export markets as we increase the value of our exports. Two is to remove exemptions, as many as possible, from the Canadian Free Trade Agreement. And three is to continue to commit to the hard, tedious work of aligning regulations across this nation.
But critics say that's easier said than done. Simon Enoch says it'll be a herculean task.
It's going to take a while, and I certainly think it's a good idea, but at the end of the day, it's going to take a long time. It's not something we can't fix this problem just by sort of saying like, oh, we'll just find another trading partner when we, give 70% of all our commodities to one country.
Moe's biggest suggestion is more pipelines connecting prairie oil to eastern Canada and the west coast. Those projects have been debated for years, fostering intense opposition from eastern provinces and environmental groups. As for internal trade barriers, Enoch is skeptical of how energizing that would be.
If you actually do some deep digging and actually look at what they say constitute as barriers, that often they're very reasonable public policies.
Meanwhile, farmers in the province are bracing for continued uncertainty.
Mainly our big talk is...
For Anston Tom's family farm north of Langenburg, the big worry is imported fertilizer and equipment.
You never know, especially with parts. I know parts are going to become hard to find and hard to come across, and hopefully nothing breaks down anytime soon.
We supply the United States.
If Canadian politicians succeed in avoiding the tariffs altogether, that may not be an issue. But Scott Moe will be working in Washington for most of the week. Afterward, he'll head to Mexico City for another trade mission. Chris Edwards, CBC News, Regina.